Hello, beautiful people. Hello from Valentine too. The other day I did a post on Instagram and the post had a quote from Peter A. Levine, who's done a lot of amazing work with somatic experiencing. The quote was, "Trauma is a fact of life. It does not, however, have to be a life sentence." So first thing I want to say about that is, first of all, maybe trauma doesn't have to be a fact of life. We can get the highest truth on that. Second thing is, if it feels like a life sentence, that can be happening for several reasons, two of which I'm going to talk about right now. One could be, if you believe in past lifetimes, there may have been a situation where either you were meant to serve a life sentence for that and maybe didn't complete it, or something went awry with that. So subconsciously you've been trying to complete that life sentence. And this is something you might not even be aware of. So that's one possibility. Another possibility that's very, very common is that when something like with trauma, and I often come back to trauma connected with abuse because it's something that so many people have experienced, and it's something I work a lot with in my sessions. If we have been abused and we haven't come to terms with that, we haven't looked at that, we haven't gotten to the core wound and addressed that, it's going to keep coming back around in the form of different faces, different names, different locations. So it may be even coming from ourselves. Sometimes when we have gone through shock, trauma, abuse, we then inflict this upon ourselves because it's something that, as I say, we're trying to subconsciously, it's trying to show us something about the original time that we need to clear, address, neutralize basically, by finding out the greater truth about it, by finding out the information that it's trying to show us. So if we just kind of stuff it down or just keep on trucking in life like I'm past that, or even if we do sometimes look at it through therapy or healing or journaling or something, but we really haven't gotten to grips with it, there's more information there, another layer, then it is going to keep resurfacing, and that can make it feel like a life sentence when in actuality it's just trying to show us something. So in today's healing meditation, if you'd like to join me with that, we're going to bring in whatever information wants to come in for you from you. It's from your higher self, from your I am presence, to bring this, what feels like a life sentence, to a close, okay? So if that feels comfortable for you, let's go ahead and close our eyes. We're going to start off with taking a deep breath into your heart now and releasing that breath. Another deep breath into your heart and releasing that breath. One more deep breath into your heart and releasing that breath. Now we're going to move the energy from your heart all the way down through your body, out through the soles of your feet, all the way down to the crystalline core of planet Earth. We're going to connect in and draw this grounding energy all the way back up through the soles of your feet, up through your body, all of your chakras, lighting each one up as we go along and releasing what does not serve there anymore, going all the way up until you get to your crown chakra, just above your head. And here we're going to imagine moving your essence, your consciousness into that ball of light and allow it to move you upwards, going all the way up through the sky, past the sun, the moon, the stars. Keep going up, all the way up until you get to as high as you can possibly go. Here, you may see an iridescent light. If you don't see these things as we go along, you can just sense that it's happening for you as well. Taking a deep breath in and allowing that unconditional love and light to nourish every cell of your body and being. So breathing that in now and releasing that breath. And now what we're going to do is I'm just going to ask for a general healing for you, your body, your heart, I'm seeing in particular. Also for your inner child, if they're willing to have this healing. It's a general healing in terms of all aspects of you, but it's a specific healing in terms of it being unique to you. If you would like that healing now to release what no longer serves about any trauma, drama, abuse, shock, and any way that this feels like a life sentence, all the futility of that, frustration, hopelessness, helplessness of all of that, if you'd like that to be released now, just say yes, and I'll witness as that takes place. Okay, so if you'd like to know what this situation of it being like a life sentence has been trying to show you, if you'd like to know what that message is, just say yes, and I'll bring in, I'll witness clarity around that, and anything that has been blocking you from seeing, hearing, receiving that. If it's fear, could we just show you that you have your own free will? You are allowed to decide what you can handle, what you don't want to see, hear, or sense. And also knowing that you don't have to go back into the trauma itself in order to heal it. So seeing it from a universal perspective, basically, so that you're no longer entrenched in that, or engaged in that. You're just seeing it from a higher perspective, whatever information would be helpful for you, okay? Now, can we mark this life sentence as complete, showing you that you have the free will to free yourself, that whatever it has been trying to show you is not as a punishment. And it's almost like sometimes we feel like it's adding insult to injury. Any resentment around that, any guilt, blame, shame, remorse, anything that has been keeping you stuck in the trauma, totally your nervous system keeping you living in fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, anything that has kept you there in order to bring this to completion, could we bring in whatever would be helpful for you in order to release this, if you choose to be released? And it's really your choice, knowing that it's possible, that it's safe, and that you are allowed to free yourself from this. Could we bring in a sense of peace to your nervous system, your body, your mind, all aspects of you? Show you that you know what it feels like to be peaceful again, that it's safe and possible to be peaceful. And if you have been staying in this pattern of being traumatized over and over again, and or traumatizing yourself, in order to keep you from relaxing, in order to keep you from letting your guard down, could we show you what would keep you safe, what would serve you better instead, okay? What would truly keep you safe? Because by staying in that mode, you're not actually keeping yourself safe, you're wearing yourself down, okay? And show you what actually keeps you safe, what protects you, and show you what was actually going on when you went through the trauma. Again, whether you were actually connected with your higher self, with all that is, and if maybe there was a purpose to you going through that experience, and if so, what that purpose was, okay? Releasing the notion that it was only a punishment, that it destroyed you, that you'll never be the same, and that you can never recover, and bringing in the highest truth about that, okay? Excuse me, bringing in what is possible for you now. And can we bring in a healing for your heart and restore all the hope in your heart, the trust with clear discernment? So not just trusting everyone and everything, having clear discernment around that, but letting down the barricades, having safe boundaries, but letting down the barricades. If you would like that, just say yes. And now, can we show you what it would feel like to have a life again, rather than a life sentence? Show you what it would feel like to be free, to be a sovereign being, to have this restored, and that you yourself are offering this to yourself. So it's having that sense of empowerment again, that you have the power to choose this for yourself. And bringing in whatever it would take for you to have the self-worth, self-esteem, respect to choose this and to believe that this is possible for you. If you would like that, just say yes. And now, can we cut all the cords, strings, hooks, and attachments that keep you connected to situations that are traumatic and are filled with abuse, drama, trauma, terror, and a feeling of being imprisoned by that life sentence? Can we release all the hooks, strings, cords, and attachments that have kept you connected to that? Release that all up to the highest light. And I'm hearing, but if I do that, so some of you may be feeling that if you do that, it will have all been for nothing. But can we show you if that's actually serving you, or how you can honor yourself and your past and your experiences in a way that actually serves you better? So it's not saying that it was all for nothing, that it's, again, just not honoring you. I'm not suggesting that. I'm all for honoring you and your inner child. I think it's the most important thing we can do. But it's a question of not keeping this alive within your system and within your life, and drawing in different circumstances to kind of prove to you that this happened. That pattern is not serving you anymore. So if you would like to release that and show you that you can honor your past, you can help others who've been through the same situation, but you don't have to do it from an activated, in terms of activated trauma space. You can do it from a neutral space, a healed space, and a peaceful place. If you would like that, and to know that that's safe and possible for you, and you're doing this now, just say yes. Okay, and so the last thing is, can we show both you and your inner child what it would feel like, what the true definition of freedom is, and for you to have that feeling of freedom, to know how to live your daily life feeling free, that it's safe and possible for you to feel free and be free, and that this is your divine birthright. If you would like that, just say yes. Okay, so taking a deep breath into your heart now, releasing that breath, and showing you that you know who you are with these changes, you recognize yourself with these changes, other people respect and recognize these changes in you, and it's happening on all the levels throughout all the lifetimes, in all dimensions, past, present, and future. Thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done, and so it is. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. If you have any questions about this at all, or any comments, please feel free to let me know, either down below, or you can write me at casey@todaysmagical.com. Also, if you feel like this did great things for you, but you want to go deeper, anything is possible with these healing videos. We can have a miracle healing through something like this, and also many times more individual work to really get at our own unique traumas, situations, experiences, core wounds, can be really helpful. So if you feel like that's the case for you, also feel free to reach out, and let's do a session about it and change this for you in whatever way feels lightest and best for you. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.